Welcome to the Tech Collective. In today's video, we'll be looking at 11 inventions that are helping to save our planet. Before we continue, be sure to press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates. At number 11, we start our list with the Cora Ball. The Cora Ball was invented to prevent microfibers from reaching the sea or cause water pollution. These microfibers are produced from our clothes whenever we wash them. It's also important to note that these microfibers contain plastics, which are not only dangerous to our waterways, but also to the animals that live in them. What the Cora Ball does is filter the water when we wash our clothes, and it collects the microfibers and ensures that they will be disposed of properly. All you need to do is drop the ball inside your washing machine when you do a load of laundry, and you can do your part to save the world from water pollution. Number 10. Beer Bottle Sand. This wonderful innovation is from New Zealand, and it was produced due to the impending shortage of sand in the world. I know you're probably just as surprised as I am that there's a sand shortage in the world. I'll let you in on a little secret. 2/3 of the world's beaches are getting smaller due to a lack of sand. Now you can count yourself in among the informed. Due to the fact that New Zealanders care about their environment, they invented this wonderful machine. The machine allows beer drinkers to turn empty beer bottles into sand, and they distribute it to companies, concrete manufacturers, or anyone who needs it. Now, isn't that a great and practical invention? Number 9. Air Ink. Another wonderful innovation on this list is the Air Ink, which was invented to reduce air pollution. With a device called Kalink, emissions are captured and the device separates the carbon from the exhaust. It then mixes this carbon with various oils and solutions to produce an advanced material. Basically, this material is made out of the smoke that comes from cars, chimneys, or generators. An MIT Media Lab developed this process that turns air pollution particles into ink. The Kalink device is cylinder-shaped and attaches to car mufflers, diesel generators, and factory chimneys. This cylinder traps toxic materials before they get released into the atmosphere. Now, it doesn't stop carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere, but it does stop the carbon soot that contributes to a dangerous form of air pollution called PM 2.5. Number 8. Saltwater Brewery 6-pack rings. Now, every now and then, we consume a lot of plastic drinks which later end up in the sea. These plastics are consumed by animals that unfortunately get hurt or killed. To reduce this, a company in Florida known as Saltwater Brewery partnered with an advertising agency, We Believers, to create some environment-friendly 6-pack rings. These rings are 100% biodegradable, made from wheat and barley, which animals can feed on. The rings use wheat and barley that are left over from the beer-making process. They initially experimented with seaweed, but later realized that it caused more harm than good to the sea animals. That's when they discovered that they could use the byproducts from the brewing process, the wheat and the barley, to mold the rings for the beer cans and bottles. The only drawback is that the production is expensive for these rings. The hope is that environment-conscious drinkers will be willing to pay the higher prices to help save the oceans from pollution. Number 7. The Seabin Project. The Seabin Project is another invention that is saving the world by ensuring that our water is safe to use. It's designed to be installed in seaports and any body of water. Our water is getting less pure every day. It's estimated that 8 million pieces of plastic trash make their way into our oceans every day, and something has to be done to purify our waterways. Thus, the Seabin is a welcome innovation. It collects trash found in the water. As it is collecting the trash, the Seabin continues to gather data which will help to clean the waterways. The data will be used to teach people about the importance of preventing ocean pollution. Continued ocean pollution will make our water unhealthy for man and animals to use. The Seabin is made from 70 to 100% recycled polythene plastic. It attaches to a dock, uses a water pump to gulp water, and uses a natural fiber bag to filter out garbage and other nasty fluids that may be found in the water. Number 6. Robobee. The Robobee is a product that came out after 12 years of research to solve the challenges being faced by microrobotics. The goal of the project was to create a fully autonomous flying robot which will be useful for applications like search and rescue, surveillance, and artificial pollination. To achieve this goal, researchers had to discover how to get the right power supply and decision-making functions into the Robobee. When the microchip and power issues are resolved, Robobees will be useful in search and rescue operations, and most importantly in agriculture where they can be used as artificial pollinators. It is, however, being argued that the use of robobees can be counterproductive because they can't pollinate as efficiently as bees, which will make them unlikely to be economically viable. Number 5. Avani Biodegradable Bag. An Indonesian company called Avani developed a bag which is not only biodegradable, but can also dissolve in water. This will allow fish and insects to consume the product without being poisoned. The company plans to convert the tons of plastic bags being thrown away each year into a beneficial and not harmful product. This will in turn preserve the purity of the ocean, which for years has served as a dumping spot for these bags. These plastic bags are made by using cassava, an edible root known as luca and sky. The cassava bag is completely natural, biodegradable, sustainable, and recyclable. Each of the non-toxic bags will break down into carbon dioxide and water within 6 months. Another fascinating thing is that the semi-biodegradable bags, which don't break down, completely disintegrate into small pieces which can be consumed by sea animals. Number 4. Adidas Recycled Shoe. Adidas is one of the leading shoe producers in the world, and it's no surprise that they are at the forefront of this. Adidas has revealed that it took them 10 years to discover how to make a shoe that can be recycled and turned into another shoe. This new shoe is called Futurecraft.Loop, which is made out of a single material known as thermoplastic polyurethane. It was a challenge to make a shoe without glue, but it was a challenge worth overcoming because that's the only way to make the shoe recyclable. So instead of glue, Adidas used heat to fix the pieces together. With the single material product, the shoes can be washed, ground into pellets, and melted into a material that can be used to create more Futurecraft.Loop sneakers. So in order to meet with Adidas' strict standards, the company decided to use other traditional material in the production of other footwear. Number 3. The Ocean Cleanup. Next on our list is Ocean Cleanup, which is not an invention but a company that has used its technology to preserve the oceans. Like we've said, the rate of plastic pollution is alarming, and here we have another company whose aim is to control the polluting. Ocean Cleanup is a nonprofit engineering environmental organization that developed a technology to extract plastic pollution from the ocean. The technology also intercepts the plastic pollution in rivers before it reaches the ocean. This technology involves a floater and a water skirt at the surface of the water, which helps in collecting marine debris and trash in the water. The system's pushed by wind, waves, and current and slowed down by a sea anchor. Number 2. Edible spoons, forks, and chopsticks. Did you know that it's possible to eat your food and even eat your cutlery too? Sometimes people say you can't have your cake and eat it too, but this invention seems to make a mockery of that. Due to the incessant pollution of oceans and seaways with plastics, these utensils were made to control some of that pollution. So therefore, instead of throwing away your cutlery after eating your food, you can just eat the cutlery. And these utensils are eco-friendly because they help limit the waste going into the sea. They can last up to 18 months, and when they expire, you can just pour water in them, and they dissolve within 3 days. And they can also be delicious to eat. They come in different flavors. There's plain, sweet, and savory. And they're also nutritious because they contain fiber, iron, protein, and calcium. Gives you something to think about, doesn't it? This is the number 1 on the list of inventions that are saving our planet. Once again, this product is designed to limit plastic pollution in the oceans, and it's a product of Skipping Rock's lab. The water bottle is made of seaweed, and it's natural and biodegradable. It's cheaper than a plastic water bottle and can hold any beverage, including water. Now listen to this. This is really interesting. To create these bottles, spheres of ice are treated with a liquid form of the seaweed-derived membrane. When the membrane becomes solidified and the water melts, eco-friendly packaged water is produced. Now, the description is not complete if we don't talk about its edibility. The water bottle can be eaten after whatever it contains has been used. If it's not eaten, it will degrade within 6 weeks. It'll interest you to know that this water bottle has been used during major events like the London Marathon, the Richmond Marathon, and others. That's our list of 11 inventions that are saving our planet. We hope that some of these inventions have inspired you to help keep the oceans clean. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with your friends.